Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Austin.
Spots on my hollow ancient ass. Please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello and hello.
There's always been an Austin-Nashville connection.
Is it a work ethic thing? Is it a sort of a working musician culture?
Yeah, it's working musician culture. People here playing bars a little bit more. Guys in Nashville, there's definitely some bars to play in, but lots of people that I know make a living playing, doing session work. And it's the same thing. It's that blue-collar mentality. People behind the scenes, you know.
John Prine, what's it like to write with him?
It's fun. You just don't know what's going to happen. You have no idea if it's going to work or not. I mean, even if two people are great writers, you don't know if they're going to work together. So we got together, and you know, very quickly we were coming up with these songs.
All the signs surrounding me, I'm just waiting, waiting on a song. The stars, bow your head and count the cars. You still be waiting, waiting on.
What does Austin City Limits mean to you?
You know, that was the pinnacle of being a musician and being on TV was ACL. That was the top. That's how my family viewed it. That's where all their favorite musicians would play.
Are there any episodes that sort of stuck out in the past, like that really?
Yeah, one that I really loved was Gillian Welch and David Rawlings, and I taped it on VHS. And like trying to figure out David Rawlings' guitar parts is like futile.
I'm wondering, you know, you grew up in Ohio. So what was your take growing up in Ohio of Texas music? Did you have a sense of it growing up?
Well, only thing I knew about Texas was like T-Bone Walker and stuff like that. Lightning Hopkins, he was my favorite.
I lay down thinking about a mojo hand. I lay down thinking, I was thinking about a mojo hand.
You know, I feel like Dan's always been somewhat of a musicologist, where you can hear in the Black Keys music or in his solo albums, you know, he's the type of guy that's going to go into a record store and he's not looking at the current records. He's looking at those 50s and 60s records and finding the obscure and bringing those elements into his own songwriting. So for him to play with musicians who are, I'm sure, are musical heroes of his, and just to go for that vintage sound, you know? I mean, here's the guys who were on those records that inspired him. I think that's got to be really special.
And he's playing with the Memphis Boys. He's playing with these old school Nashville, Memphis musicians.
Yeah, I heard they played with Elvis.
They played with Elvis?
Yeah.
I was like, what track stood out to you? They're like, oh, Elvis. I was like, oh my God, I'm standing with some legends here.
Yeah.
There's a man in a blue plaid shirt come knocking. I don't know what he's coming for, but I know it probably isn't gonna hurt anybody if I don't get up and answer the door. No, I believe I'll stay here on the floor.
is aware of our past, you know, the stuff that we did back in Memphis and then on in Nashville too. And I think it's probably the soul factor that we even brought to Nashville when we moved there, you know, and whether it would be George Jones or Garth Brooks or whoever, you know, we kind of put a groove or a feel to it, you know, and so it made it fun.
I don't know if you've lost track by this point about how many sessions you've played over the years.
Oh, thousands.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Out there on stage, there's like a 20-year-old kid in Cage the Elephant, the guitar player, and then 70-year-old drummer who played on one of the wildest guitar records ever, Scratchy by Travis Wemmick. You know, and Bobby Wood, the Sweet Caroline, bum, 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 he wrote that part. Bum, 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 on the keyboard. And then just like having all these weird people together that you wouldn't normally put together.
We gotta have a motto as far as music goes, is next.
What's next?
What genre is it? I don't know, it's just good, you know?